we find it's really helpful to break down the stroke into a few parts. It really helps us understand the stroke and look to correct it and make it more efficient. So the first part is really setup. We're looking for a nice vertical paddle, so the top arm comes over and that paddle is slightly forward, so it's a positive angle leaning forward, nice and vertical, ready to go in the water. The second part of the stroke's where we put it in the water, which we call the entry. Okay? The main thing we're looking for there as that blade goes into the water is a complete lack of splash. So any kind of splash is what we call cavitation. It's taking air down with the blade, okay? And it means that if the water's not fully wrapped around that blade, you're not going to get as much power onto it. So we're trying to avoid splash completely as it goes in the water. Third stage is what we call the catch, and that's kind of the power phase. That's really getting that power onto the water, onto the blade, to pull yourself along, okay? In that catch phase, the key thing really, if you remember only one thing from this video, is getting power pressing down on that blade from the top arm, okay? So don't press forward, press down and get pressure on that blade, okay? You should feel like you're pulling yourself past the blade and the blade stays static in the water. That's the idea. If you think about it like a blade going into a solid block of concrete, setting in place, and you're sort of scooting over the top. That should really help. That's the catch phase. The next phase is the exit. Okay. Common mistake really is bringing that all the way back. So we're just looking to bring it back around about to the hip and no further. Okay. If you bring it back further than that, then you're just wasting energy and you're just sucking that board down to the water and losing power. If you're paddling into the wind as well, if you bring it back any further, the board's going to start decelerating and you're going to have to make up for it on the next stroke. So just back to the hip and keep that stroke rate nice and high. The fifth and final stage is what we call the recovery, bringing the paddle back. The main thing that we see a lot of with this is bringing the blade super high. So what we're trying to do is to bring it back over the surface of the water. Okay? So you can see there Kate's only bringing it back slightly over the surface, arms stay pretty straight, and she just drops that top arm ever so slightly so the blade comes out to the side and comes back to the beginning. If you watch that top arm drop slightly, blade comes back to the start again. Final thing with that, guys, is there's a little bit of feathering on the blade. Okay, by feathering I just mean twisting, and that means that the blade cuts through the air nice and cleanly on the return. So have a watch of that. Just so one more go there, and just have a little look at that blade feathering on the return there.